to another Pawn News update. Merry Christmas. You can tell it's Christmas because I'm wearing a red shirt. And actually, it's not Christmas. It's the day before Christmas when I'm recording this, but you're probably seeing this on Christmas, depending on where you live, depending on if you celebrate. Anyway, enough qualifiers on that. Regardless, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm here to give you a gift. And that gift is less talking about what happened last week on Frog Wrestling. Hopefully you all saw it. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. We'll get into a little bit of that. But I wanted to do just a quick video just to let you know what to expect, some things that are coming up, and what's going to be happening around Frog Wrestling. Now, the first, probably obvious at this point, bit of news that we have is Pawn News updates are not going to be weekly. Things have gotten just really hectic. We're trying to stream more. There's more content in general going out. But as a result, editing and putting together Pawn News Update is kind of on the back burner of priorities. So I want to do this when it makes sense, when I have something to say besides just, this is what happened last week. So it's not going away forever. We were getting to a place where every week was just, hey, here's what happened on the stream. And while I'm sure there's some of you got something out of that, those VODs are up there. It's got chapters. It's very easy and very quick to find out what happened, even should you miss a week of Frog Wrestling. So we're going to do it when we have news to give. And that's what I have today. I have news to give. That was the first update about Pawn News. Still see them. They'll still pop up here when there's something relevant. The next bit of news I have is that this week, Wednesday, hold on, let's consult the calendar here. What day is that going to be? That would be the 27th. Is going to be obviously the final Frog Wrestling of the year, but we're actually going to be taking a short little break following it. Just a bit of time off. I'm going to say probably going to be about 2 to 3 weeks off from Frog Wrestling as we kind of reprioritize, get things back together. And the big thing, this is the thing you really want to pay attention to, is we're going to be gearing up for the Viewer Royal Rumble. So the Royal Rumble does happen next month, and ideally I would like to have the Viewer Royal Rumble happen around it. There's a lot of logistics I have to figure out, and there's a lot of pieces I have to figure out, and of course we also have to open it up to where people can buy in and sign up for that. And so I want to make sure that we have a clear, easy to understand, and easy to understand what the expectations are when you sign up system in place so that when we do go live, you go, okay, I know what I'm getting, I know what to expect, and I feel like it's worthwhile. I don't think there's anything worse than saying, hey, give me money and I'm going to vaguely do something for you. So here's what the plan currently is. Next week, not next week, this week, the 27th, final Frog Wrestling of the year. We'll get into what all's going to be on that card in just a minute. It's going to be awesome. Shortly after that, I'm going to put everything together as far as getting signed up for the Viewer Royal Rumble. I will do another Pawn News update to let everybody know where to go, where to check that out, and how to sign up. Then we'll probably give it a couple weeks of letting people buy in, letting people sign up, give me time to create the wrestlers. And because I don't know what the demand's going to be, there could be 3 people interested. There could be a lot of people interested. I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to be somewhat flexible depending on interest so that I can have time to get everything added and built into the game that I need to get built into the game to make this happen. So that's currently the plan, and that's what we're currently expecting to see. And then the idea is late January, we're going to bring back Frog Wrestling, we're going to do the Viewer Royal Rumble, and then we're going to hit the ground running with whatever new storylines and matches are going to come out of that, and then it should go back to being a weekly show. Hopefully that's all clear. If it isn't, don't worry about it. It's still in the figuring out stage. There will be another one of these once I have it down ironclad, and that's when it will be the most important that we're all on the same page. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about this week in Frog Wrestling, the final Frog Wrestling of the year. This is the time of year where everybody does clip shows. This is the time of year where everybody goes, nobody's going to watch, so we're not going to worry about it. Not here. We're going bigger than ever. We're going super big, in fact. It's going to be a hell of a show. Even if you can't be there live, make sure you check out the VOD. I think it'll be really good. Obviously, this is a crazy time of year for people. I'm not exactly expecting a ton of people there live, but I do hope that I can give you a little bit of entertainment to get you through the holidays when it feels like everybody's on vacation. So here's what we're looking at. Our opening match for next week's show. I keep saying next week. It's this week because this is coming out on Christmas, as we've established. The 27th, this is going to be what we see. The Men's Open Challenge Royal Rumble. That's right. We are going to do a Royal Rumble. Now, this isn't the Royal Rumble TM that doesn't belong to me. This is going to be a Royal Rumble style match. I love the Royal Rumble. I would do one literally every week if I thought that wouldn't taint it and make it not special. But with us about to do the Viewer Royal Rumble and a lot of non-wrestling fans that watch, I also think it's good to understand what a Royal Rumble is and why it's so cool. So we're going to be doing a 10-man Royal Rumble. And the entrance on that is going to be Nash Maggard of the Solar Mines, Tom Merritt, Brian Dunaway, Bo Schwartz, Varel Rasvim Kurik, Scott Johnson, Garrett Weinzerl, Dan Patrice, Patrick Beja, and Randy Jordan. That's going to be our 10 entrants into the Royal Rumble. They are all going to be fighting for a very unique and very good prize. Now, this isn't a typical like Money in the Bank situation. They are getting an open challenge, the ability to call out anyone or insert themselves into any match immediately. That means that whoever wins, let's say Garrett wins, he can insert himself into any match following. And in the case of a tag team match, he can bring a partner with him as well. That's the power of winning the Royal Rumble. So what that also means is that for the rest of this card, whoever wins this match could pop up in any of the other title matches, or they may choose to use it after this show and just hold on to the opportunity. The next match we're going to have is going to be that TMS Tag Team title match. Now, we had a big tournament to see who was going to participate in that, and it ended up being the team of Stanley Billings and Diane Tallis, now calling themselves the Fated Hour. Very edgy. They are going to be challenging Team Good Bet, which is Tanner Goodman and Brian Dunaway. They're our current TMS Tag Champions. That's going to be the title match there. It will be an elimination style tag match, and it will be those two teams again, unless whoever wins that first match decides to bring along a partner and turn it into a three-way tag situation. That could be very interesting if it goes that way. After that, we're going to do our Dragon Beef Championship match. The current expectation of that card is going to be Ben Bumhofer challenging Kyle Ferguson in what is going to ultimately be a rematch. Kyle became the Dragon Beef champion, defeating Ben. Now Ben, Spider Ben, as he's known now, has a chance at a little revenge and a chance to show that his new good guy persona can still go toe-to-toe with someone as vicious and good at fighting as the Barbarian Kyle Ferguson. After that, we're going to do a Women's Open Challenge Battle Royale. Now, I don't quite have enough women on the roster for a full Royal Rumble unless I was going to include everyone, but obviously people that are going to be in matches later are not going to be in this. So we're just going to do a normal Battle Royale in this case where everybody starts in the ring at the same time, though the goal is still the same, to knock everyone out of the ring. Last one standing will get the exact same reward from the men's. They can insert themselves into the women's championship match if they want, or they can initiate a challenge of their own choosing. So if a tag team wanted to form out of this, if a challenger for the title wanted to come out of this, perhaps this truly is Fast Grandma's time to shine, because the participants in this is going to be Jocelyn, Kristen, Gwen Gunn, Hope, Carter Johnson, Fast Grandma, Nicole Spagnolo, and Monica Stone, all participating in this Battle Royale. And again, that prize, pretty unique, pretty good prize. It's not the Money in the Bank contract. This can be used at any time and for any type of match, even in good old-fashioned revenge. After that, we are going to see the Women's Championship match, which currently is slated to be a match between Dearest Martha and Kim Johnson. Last week, we saw Martha manage to defeat Kim in the middle of the ring. Certainly made a strong case for her to be considered the number one contender of sorts, and Martha has decided to go after the belt, so we're also going to see a little Core Red versus Core Blue. After that, we have our main event. We have the Frog Pants Championship match, the first official title defense from myself, John Jagger, the new title owner. Might be a short-lived reign because, as we have talked about for the past couple weeks, Mark Spagnuolo certainly felt like the front runner for challenging Scott for the title. He didn't get a title shot. He ended up beating Scott. Now, John, he's an okay guy. He's decided to kind of give a nod to Mark and his achievements and consider Mark Spagnuolo the front runner for the title. It's going to be a hell of a match. Mark has obviously accolades to back it up. He was the first person to beat Scott Johnson in a long time. I think prior to that, it was Kyle in a one-on-one non-title match as well. But John will have quite a fight on his hands. And again, it should be just the two of them unless the winner of that first match decides to insert themselves. And in this case, we also have another unique situation. We have Tom Merritt, who has the Money in the Bank briefcase. He could insert himself in the match should he wish to do so as well. So the potential for this to turn into a triple threat or even a fatal four-way match, it could happen. We're going to have to see. That's what I think is going to be really exciting about this week, is that it's going to be a very dynamic event. A couple of the matches could dramatically shift the way the rest of the night looks. And while there is a basic expectation, who knows where it's actually going to go. So we're going to end 2023 with a bang, and then we're going to have a slow roll into 2024. I hope you'll all bear with me on taking a little bit of time off, and I'll keep you posted with the Pawn News updates so that you know when exactly to expect us back and what exactly the plan is going to be. I won't lie, sometimes the inspiration might hit me and I might say, you know what, we got to do a show. Let's start things up early. I'll figure out a way to juggle it. So just bear with me. We'll figure it all out. But that is going to be your Pawn News update for this week. Make sure you join us on the 27th for the final Frog Wrestling of the year. It's going to be a big one. I guarantee it. I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.